Hi, I'm Peter from Celebrate Personal Training. With me today is Garry, and I've been training with Garry for over a year, so I know he's an experienced role model for what we're about to do. Because today, for one of our most difficult routines, we're going to do a high intensity interval training session, or HIIT as it's commonly known. Now, although HIIT is trending at the moment, I have to tell you that this form of exercise is not without risk. So before we go on to explain what we're about to do, please do not try this on your own without qualified supervision. Okay, this routine involves a mixture of exercises that we've already shown you, including squats and lunges and free weights. But this time it's done to a rhythm of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, just like a metronome. And we're going to work until we can't work anymore, and then we're going to rest until we can start again. Okay, Garry, so we're going to start with the box squat and the shoulder press. Take a breath and begin. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So as you can see, we're now combining the box squat and the shoulder press, and Garry's working through for 12 repetitions, 10 and 11 and change. For the sumo squat and the tricep kick back, and begin. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Slow down just a little bit. This is a sumo squat and a tricep kick back, working the upper arms. Good. And 10 and 11 and change. So this is the lunge and the lateral raise. And 2 and 3 and 4. So what we see now is Garry starting to tire. This is a very tough exercise and no one can continue to do this, but that's the whole point. And let's rest there, Garry. I think you got to 9. Well done. Okay, by now you realise that this form of exercise will really push you to your limits. Garry's heart is pounding, his lungs are burning, and his muscles are screaming for mercy. But that's the whole point of this form of exercise. We call it minimum dose exercise because for a small amount of investment of time, you get the maximum rewards. 3, 2, 1, and begin. 9 and 10 and 11 and change. Box squat and biceps curl. 3, 2, 1, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Good. Slow it down just a little bit. Touch those weights to the floor. Bring your feet a little bit closer together. 9 and 10 and 11 and change. John Travolta. 3, 2, 1. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. And begin. 1 and 2. Good. And 3. Bring the weights to your hips. 4 and 5 and 6. Slow down a bit. 7 and 8 and 9. We're nearly round to the beginning. Again, 11 and change. Box squat and shoulder press. Feet closer together. 3, 2, 1 and go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Slow down a little bit, Garry. 5 and 6. Good work. And 7 and 8. This is really tough. Second set. 11 and change. Sumo squat, tricep kick back. 3, 2, 1 and go. 1 and 2 and 3. Good work. 4, 5 and 6. Really reach up with those weights. 8, 9 and 10 and 11. Here we go into the lunge and the arms raise and begin. 1 and 2. Really good. You're working hard. Good. 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 and 11 and you've made it. And change. Good. Bicep curl and box squat. 3, 2, 1 go. And 2 and 3 and 4. Keep working. And 5 and 6 and 7. Good. Keep going. 9 and 10 and 11 and change to John Travolta. 3, 2, 1 go. 1 and 2. Really reach. Push through those hips. Good. 4 and 5, 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 and 11 and finish. Good work. Well done. Fantastic. Well done, Garry. Take a break. So Gary's having his second breather. This is exactly what needs to happen because it's high intensity interval training. And we've used heavy enough weights to push Gary's muscles to their limits. And we've made him do squats and lunges to make sure his cardiovascular system is pushed to the limits, which is why he's breathing so heavy and his heart is pounding. But the good news for you and bad news for Garry is that we've got to do this again to make sure that we've used the maximum benefit of this exercise. We're going to do 5 exercises, 12 repetitions of each, and we're going to do 3 sets. We've only done 2 so far. So Garry, are you ready? Okay, so here we are for the 3rd set. Back to the beginning, Garry. Shoulder press and box squat in position and begin. 1 and 2 and 3, good, and 4 and 5, good, keep going. 6, 7 and 8, looking good. 10 and 11 and change. Sumo squat, triceps kick back, nice and wide with those feet. 3, 2, 1 and go. And 2, not too quick. 3 and 4, push back. And 5 and 6, good work. 7 and 8 and 9, lift those arms. 10 and 11 and change. Lunges, lateral raise. 3, 2, 1, go. 1 and 2, good work. And 3, keep going, and 4 and 5, excellent, and 6, let's see if we can get through this. 7 and 8, good, and 9, 10 and 11 and 12, fantastic, you made it. Here we go, box squat, biceps curl, feet closer together. 3, 2, 1 and go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, excellent. 5, we're going to make this. 6 and 7 and 8 and 9, good work. 10, 11 and change. John Travolta, pushing through the hips, and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, good, slow it down a bit. And 7, 8 and 9, nearly there. 10, 2 more, 11 and 12, fantastic. Put the weights down, have a drink of water, have a break. Fantastic, good work. Well done, man. Thanks, Garry, and well done for giving us a real good flavour of high intensity interval training. But let's stop now and consider exactly what we did do. There were perhaps 180 repetitions of those exercises, and it probably took 3 minutes of intense exercise, and the rest of it taken up with recovery and rest. So that's probably 5 minutes out of a person's day for HIIT exercise. And of course there are very many versions of HIIT, but one thing I'll reiterate once again before you try this, then make sure you have somebody qualified with you. I'm off now for a cup of tea because I'm exhausted.